1, 2.
Cesar was a very peaceful person, so we have been able to accomplish many outstanding things because everybody has been in the right spirit, honoring the legacy, the teachings, the principles that Cesar has left for us.
The committee was lots of volunteers, lots of energy, lots of hope in terms of bringing our dream alive, and that was to bring attention to the Hispanic community, focusing on our children, wanting them to have a good education and to prosper.
A big piece of what the committee does is education. Education, 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 as Lupe likes to say. And so the youth involved in understanding history, understanding the struggles and the background of the entire movements is a way of understanding themselves and history and charting their path for the future.
We studied at Grand Rapids Community College under the leadership of Dr. Juan Olivares, and we created the first endowed scholarship.
One thing that I always identified with César Chávez was this quote that I take along with me every day. That is, una comunidad unida jamás será vencida. A community united will never be divided.
Every year we're focusing on unity, and so remembering the price that unity costs, remembering what it takes to bring people together, the work that must be done and must continue.
We have made great strides in terms of awareness, students getting scholarships. All of that was to build their skills, to be leaders, to be community conscious, to be a part of the effort.
I did face a lot of challenges. A major one being that undocumented students don't qualify for FAFSA. Thanks to the scholarship, at least one big issue, going to college, was solved, which was one of the main obstacles on the way. Thank you for not adding the citizenship requirement, since that really just opens the door for all of us students who face this obstacle.
When I received the César Chávez scholarship, it helped me so much. I was able to stop working so much and really focus on my studies, and I was able to save up money to go study away the next year in Spain and travel to 5 other countries around the world, which was amazing. My first in the family to go to college and then travel to Europe is really a dream come true.
It was more than just a check and a scholarship. It also provided me with mentors, community leaders that have advocated and fought for minority students here in West Michigan by supporting us.
What better legacy can we as a committee, as individuals, teach our young people than that of service to others?
I am beaming when I see our young people stepping up and contributing.
At the beginning of the movement, he collaborated with the Filipino workers' rights movement, showing that his fight wasn't just a Hispanic fight, but also a fight for the people. As we all know, the immigrant community is a very hardworking community that oftentimes lives at the margins, so I feel like I've related a lot with his story and his fight for fighting for the rights of people at the margins.
At the core of what Lupe has created through the Committee to Honor Cesar Chavez is this principle of unity. And so that's what brings all of the cultures and everyone together.
Less than 2% of U.S. attorneys are Latina, and I hope that I am able to positively influence the next generation of young Latinas to be attorneys, to break that barrier.
It takes an entire community to bring these kinds of things together. And even though we were focused on the Hispanic community, it's spilled over to the whole community.
I went to college, didn't really know what I wanted to study, didn't know if I was going to make it, but I just had ganas. Con ganas tú puedes hacer todo lo que quieres. You just have to know those connections, use your resources, and speak out of what your needs are.
It's all about community. And so I think we've done a marvelous job in always keeping the next generation in mind.